Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you're having a great one. Let's dig into everything I spoke about during the Crypto Minute. So, the SEC clearly said XRP is not a security. Something that's a little confusing, which can be taken in a couple of ways, is the fact that they're saying that the sale of a token or coin initially to private investors could be seen as the sale of a security. And if it's not registered, an obviously unregistered security. That's understandable. The question that, just comes to mind is going to be the idea of, well, you have institutional investors coming in thereafter, or the subsequent sale of those coins to others, public forum, wherever. Is that, a security situation? And it can easily be read on either side. I'm taking it as it's not a security transaction or a transaction that's subject to securities regulations. Just because it's an OTC situation, right? Because you're dealing with accredited investors or institutional investors, which in any event are savvy investors. But that's not the only reason why. But once a coin or token is available publicly, I would think that the sale, even over the counter to anybody, would be considered not a security situation. But that's going to have to be clarified later or tested later. For now, I am more than happy to take the idea that XRP is not a token. Is not a security, as well as other coins are not securities. That brings me to my next flipping point. Alabama, Alaska, who is it? Not Connecticut. Alabama, Alaska, Kentucky, New York, and Texas. Why are you still blocking XRP? The only reason why you were blocking the sale of XRP was because the SEC deemed it to be a security. Not that it was a security, but that the SEC deemed it to be a security. Well, guess what? It's not a security, and it can easily be said that all of the other tokens and coins are also not securities. That begs the question, when are you going to allow your citizens to purchase those tokens? It shouldn't be that hard. Your stance is based on something that has been proven to be incorrect. And I'm wondering, are you going to do it on your own, or are you going to force somebody to take you to court over it? That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the latter. I'm expecting somebody to have to take you to court. Really, give me one moment. It's Friday night. Now, looking at everything, I start to look at, well, that's going to be coming. Hopefully it'll come soon. Next up, Uphold. Uphold never delisted XRP. Never delisted it. So when the onslaught came, Uphold actually had problems. That told me a couple of things about that particular wallet, right? Couldn't handle the influx of traffic. They weren't prepared for it, which means that there were a lot of people that lost out on the opportunity to purchase XRP. That's a major problem. At least for me, that's a major problem. It can be overcome by using other platforms if you have access in other states, or use VPNs or whatever, or even just use DEXs to make your purchases. Now, that's a good thing. Something else that Uphold did, they introduced UpHODL. That is a new product. It's supposedly a multi-chain non-custodial wallet, meaning you keep the keys. They're basically taking a play out of the playbook of Coinbase. Coinbase has Coinbase Wallet. Good wallet, actually. I actually do use it. I do not use Uphold. I do not use UpHODL, obviously. The offering, I think, is a great idea, except for one thing. They missed a grand opportunity by launching it this soon and not supporting XRP. I would have had my dev team working all night, to at least be able to give me a solid date as to when XRP would be included. As of right now, they're using the word multi-chain. Technically true, but it only supports two different coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, it's multi-chain. Don't care. It's only got two coins. I mean, really? I mean, it's not doing much for me. So I'm not looking at it right now. So Mona had asked me to look into it. I looked into it for you, Mona. I'm not saying that it's a bad product. I'm pretty sure it probably is a good product, but it's still very limited. You're going to have that. For me, I would wait for more coins to come and see what the story is. And I also want to understand the interoperability from this wallet to the base product. I would also want to know that there is a complete separation between the two. So there are things that I would still want to look into. Uphold's been around for a while, so it's not like they're untrustworthy. But them going down, because Deanna told me that she had problems, getting into her account. Them going down because XRP was just surging, everything was just surging. That tells you that they got a little bit of growing up to do, right? And that's not a grow your numbers kind of thing. That's a grow your platform kind of thing. And next up, talking about platforms and operations, Binance, on the heels of those three major executives leaving, including their chief legal officer, compliance person, few people bounced, 3 people bounced. There were major high ups. They just fired 1,000 people, 1,000 of their staffers. Now, it could very well be that, they were carrying a little bit of fat and they wanted to cull the herd a little bit. I get it. I'm expecting a company like that with that kind of money to be able to turn around and keep their operations efficient. Whenever I hear about a large organization that's laying off staff, it just tells me that you became bloated for no reason and you weren't paying attention to your operations. Now's the time to start doing so, right? Multi-chain. I told you a couple of weeks ago that multi-chain had a problem. Then I told you again, multi-chain had another problem, and now because their CEO has vanished in China, they're closing their doors. Kind of makes sense. Still want to know what's going on. Where's the money? Like, what's happening there? Looks like a rug pull to me. Looks bad. What's really cool that I found out is Polygon is looking to complete the name change. They used to be called Matic. Then they changed the name to Polygon, but they never changed the token name. It was still Matic. Now they want to change it to POL. I'm going to call it POL, short for Polygon, right? I would have been happier with Poly or something like that, but it doesn't matter. They're going to change it to POL. I think that's a great thing because what they're saying is, listen, Polygon 2.0 is going to be the shizzy, right? What they're saying is that validators will be able to validate multiple coins. What is it? Multiple coins? Multiple chains. My bad. That's actually huge. That's huge. So because you'd be able to validate multiple chains, there would be one coin. There's only ever going to be one token. As far as the project is concerned, they just proposed it. I think that's going to be great. I also think that that's going to open the door to even more use cases and more convenience. So when you look at how they've built in zkEVM and all these other things into the platform, and now they're taking it to the next level, it's going to be a while before other projects can catch up. And when they do this, I'm suspecting that you're going to have more consolidation onto that platform from others, just because of the convenience, the speed, the efficiency, and the lower costs. Anyway, something that I wanted to touch on if you look at the market right now, you do have, you know, a lot of things going red. And that's understandable. People are profit taking. And I told you before, nothing goes up in a straight line. When I'm looking at this now, I'm looking at things coming down fairly quickly. And I think they're going to go up just as quickly. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.